Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to your English news. First, the main points. Management of the town of Kribi, the Kribi City Council called at work by the population, which says efforts are to be made for the well-being of the town. In news out of the country, Libya migrants emergency evacuation operation agreed as the African Union and European Union summit goes on in Ivory Coast. 95.5 English news. The details. The Republic of Cameroon is made up of 376 elected councils for the purpose of local government, including 14 city councils and 42 subsidiary councils within the cities. Urban or city councils within which the town of Kribi are headed by representatives appointed by decree of the President of the Republic, who mirrors all the duties and powers of mayors of their municipalities. They are assisted by an executive team composed of persons appointed by order of the President. The deliberative body of the City Council is made up of the executive team, the subdivisional council mayors, and one additional councillor designated by each of the subdivisional councils. The City Council has as general role local development and the amelioration of the environment and general living conditions of the inhabitants. They are called to manage the public and private domains of the state, likewise the use of public sea and river domains, management of the environment, cleaning of the place, that is general hygiene and sanitation of the town, protection and management of green spaces, parks and gardens, electrification of the town, and many other issues. Generally, the well-being of the town and its population. Still talking about the Kribi City Council, created on the 17th of January 2008, the Kribi Urban Council takes the name the town of Kribi. Composed of the Kribi 1 and 2 councils, it has undergone several changes, with the visible ones being the rehabilitation of some main roads and the realization of the Kribi Deep Sea Port. For about a year now, activities of the Kribi City Council seem stagnant, for inhabitants continue to complain that so many things are left undone. Apart from the roads, the beaches are abandoned to death and are misused because of no directions. The town is said to be in the dark, including many other issues, but apart from this, the Kribi City Council is at work at some places. The government delegate who recently received the resident representative of IAI, Armand-Claude Abanda, with the director of ENAP of Quebec for discussions of a new partnership in education within other activities. Expectations of the population are high as concerns the realizations of the Kribi City Council, good organization and management of the resources and missions assigned to it for the well-being of the town and the population. Being a touristic town, tourism has to produce income, and by so doing, the well-being of every citizen. You are listening to Kribi FM. It is your 95.5 English news. We now go into culture. Nguma Mabi Cultural Festival 2017 edition. Festivities are launched tomorrow, 1st of December 2017, with a sports walk in the morning as from 6 a.m. with a tour along the different streets of the town of Kribi, and the end point being the festival's village at the Ngoye Beach at 2:30 p.m. in the afternoon. Still tomorrow, another important activity is going to take place, which is the official blessing of the festival with a pontifical mass celebrated by His Lordship Damazinga Atahana, Bishop of the Kribi Diocese. The organizing committee president, Mang Pascal, thus calls on his brothers and sisters of the Mabi community to join in tomorrow's activities and activities which will go throughout up till the 15th of December. The president also notes that the following 2 weeks of activities will be rich in culture and entertainment. To end this news, we go out of the country where an urgent evacuation plan has been devised for migrants facing abuse in Libyan detention camps. It was drawn up at an African Union, European Union summit in Ivory Coast. Libya's UN-backed administration joined the agreement but has only limited control over the territory, raising questions about how it will work in practice. The migrants will be sent mainly back in their home countries. The move follows the publication of video footage that appeared to show migrants from sub-Saharan Africa being sold in Libya as slaves. French President Emmanuel Macron called the slave auctions a crime against humanity. Hundreds of thousands of migrants have crossed the Sahara and the Mediterranean trying to reach Europe. Thousands die on the journey, and those who make it arrive in Libya virtually penniless, making them vulnerable to modern-day slave traders. Libya launched a formal investigation into migrants being sold off as farm laborers for a little as $400. Let's note that some countries had already made a unilateral move to repatriate their citizens who were in Libya as migrants. End of this day's news, a recap of the main points. Management of the town of Kribi, the Kribi City Council, called at work by the population, which says efforts are to be made for the well-being of the town. In news out of the country, Libya migrants emergency evacuation operation has been agreed upon as the African Union, European Union summit goes on in Ivory Coast. Presentation Melvis Dione, technical dashboard David Zo, coordination Aurélie Crescens Mida, general supervision Senator Gregoire Mbamba. Have a nice day. Thank you for listening. Stay tuned to our programs.